Having a good time? I am. Your Majesties, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies of honor, guests, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the Academy Awards, but it gives me the same good feeling. With a great prize for a great winner, I'd say this is a prize for hope. We're celebrating hope when we hand out this prize tonight, after a lot of doom and gloom we've heard today. The SACC Green Award was instituted by the New York Chamber of Commerce to recognize innovative, entrepreneurial, small Swedish companies who are focused on new technologies within the green arena. And we have been in energy, we've been in water, we've been in the grid, but as you know, this is food technology. And not only recognize them, but as a Chamber of Commerce, help them establish, or at least make a dent in the US market. I said it last year, and I'll say it again this year, that sometimes, not often, but sometimes you get the chance to look into the future. I would say that is the most rewarding part of being the chairman of the selection jury of this SACC Award, because over these past years, I have seen the future. I have seen some amazing things. I've seen energy independent farms in northern Sweden that run their whole operations on what comes from the manure, the greenhouse gases from their livestock. I've seen hamburger restaurants in California who have cut their energy bills to zero by running diesel generator fueled by their frying oil. I've seen a sustainably grown, totally natural sweetener as natural as sugar, but without a single calorie in it. I've seen American fighter jets fly high up there, fast up there, with scraps from the Swedish forest industry. I've seen a small, portable, geniusly simple solar plant for water purification for a single family in the world's most arid areas. I mean, this list goes on, and it has been, over these years that I've had this job, extremely inspiring. Let me just say that this year's winner truly has tackled the challenge on how to feed a city. A high-rise solution, if you like, or maybe a modern version of Jack and the Beanstalk. You will see. Taking a cue, just so you know how we work, from the Nobel Prize, we don't advertise this prize. We don't ask for applications. We get nominations and we seek out companies ourselves. But as opposed to the Nobel Prize, we are not looking at what the company has accomplished, what their history is and what their achievements are. We're looking at what lies ahead of them. What is the potential? What can this company do going forward? And how can we help them? And now, a little envelope here. Before I say, and the winner is, there's one man in one company that I really would like to mention in this context. The man is Michael Woods, the U.S. Ambassador to Sweden, 2006 to 2009. Michael Woods is not a career diplomat. He's an astute businessman. And as his one big thing, as he put it, that he decided to focus on during his tenure in Stockholm, was to help find green technology in Sweden and bring it to the United States where the market is, and thus benefiting both countries. And he succeeded. He was an inspiration, and he served on the first Green Award jury. He's a friend, he's highly appreciated. The company I want to mention is Deloitte. More specifically, Deloitte Sweden, who has sponsored the Green Award from its outset in 2008. The year of going green, as we call it at the Chamber. Also, inspirational friends, highly appreciated. So as I said, here's the envelope. I know what's in there, but before I let you know, could I please ask our president, Renee Lundholm, to come up here and help me out? Thank you, Renee. Also, I want to invite Andreas Marsetti from our generous platinum sponsor, Deloitte, to join me here on stage for the prize ceremony. Please give them a big thank you, applause. The 2012 SACC New York-Deloitte Green Award goes to Plantagon AB of Stockholm, Sweden. You will very soon see why they are such a worthy winner. But first allow me to also invite their CEO, Hans Hassle, to join me up on the stage. Congratulations, Hans. The prize is simple. What else? Is a big apple. But not just any apple. It's a totally unique apple. That's unique. Apple is a city. It's designed by a Swedish artist called Gustaf, and it's wholly made from green materials: straw, wood tar, and sawdust, and then baked in an oven to its black hue. Having said all that, may I, to do the honors for us, finally ask His Majesty the King of Sweden to come up and do the honors for us and present the award. Your Majesty, please.
We saved the four award winner to the last speech after the dinner. I hope I'm going to make it anyway. Your Majesties, Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're more than 7 billion people on the planet. More than half of us live in urban areas, and more people are moving into the growing cities of the world. In a few years' time from today, we will be over 9 billion people, and over 80% will choose to live their lives in cities. This urban sprawl will of course demand more and more land, and most scientists agree that if we don't develop our methods of how to grow food on an industrial scale, we will be out of arable land sometime 2030 or 2040. Together with the problem of transportation and lack of resources, especially water, and climate change, of course, this creates a situation where food security becomes an expression we will get more and more used to here and forced to reflect upon. We're right now facing a future where conflicts about food as a resource will arise if we don't do something to prevent this from happening. It's therefore my privilege as the present CEO of Plantagon to express our deepest gratitude to the Swedish Chamber of Commerce, Swedish-American Chamber of Commerce, for awarding us with the 2012 Green Award. As Plantagon was founded to meet the challenge of how to feed people in the urban Europe, this award truly helps us with our mission. We believe that not only innovation and new technology is needed, but also new forms of partnerships, business models, and consumer behavior. I personally believe that this is a huge change, where only transformative thinking and political decision-making in time will make this happen. Therefore, an award like the 2012 Green Award, turning the spotlight on this very critical challenge, is a significant piece in the puzzle to create the necessary awareness. So therefore, I thank you again. What Plantagon developed, together with our main partner Sweco, the leading firm in Europe for sustainable engineering and design, is a vertical greenhouse with a scalable multi-layer system. It allows us to produce locally grown food with clean air and water inside urban environments, even major cities, cutting costs and environmental damage by eliminating transportation and deliver directly to consumers. The core of our innovation is a helical transportation system. It makes it possible to let the sunlight in between the layers of the plants, and it's adjusted for industrial production. It's the same quality and same volume every day. The climate inside the greenhouse is strictly controlled, and everything going into or out from the greenhouse is filtered, both air and water. What we created is a sort of a city lung, producing food on an industrial scale, using almost no land and leaving nothing behind. To give you an example of what all this means in practice, we can use our first project in the city of Linköping, south of Stockholm, as an example. It's a 60-yard high office building using the Plantagon system on the whole south facade. The ground footprint of this building is 18,000 square feet. The footprint of the greenhouse facade system is about 5,000 square feet. The food production in a year is 1,100,000 pounds. That's more than 220 pounds of food per square feet used on the ground. With metrics, that would be 1,000 kilos per square meter. This building will prove that sustainable urban agriculture really works, both technologically and economically. And let us hope that many others will follow. I want to acknowledge the Swedish ecological farmer. There's always an innovator behind a company like Plantagon, and we have one too. His name is Mr. Oren, and he did a lot of hard field work and experiments for 15 years before he handed this innovation over to us to develop. And finally, you should also know that Plantagon is the first company ever created outside of North America by indigenous people. It's of course an honor, and also somewhat unexpected for a Swedish person like myself to lead the work. I would like to express my deepest gratitude towards my chairman, Oren Lyons, and to the people of Onondaga Nation for showing us in Sweden this trust and making Plantagon possible. Your Majesties, Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.